Hi grades 3, today is Monday and today you are looking at these worksheets, okay? You'll find them in your package. It's 3 pages. So in your package you will have double-sided. So this page, and this page, okay? And this is just for me to see how much you've learned. It's not a test. It's not something to be scared of. It's just these 3 worksheets. I want you to work on them on your own. And then once you're done, you're going to, at the end of the week, you will bring them back to me, okay? When you pick up your next package, these sheets will come back to me. Now, let's go through these sheets and let's see what do we have to do. We talked about, so far we've learned 3 things, right? We've learned how to find time or how to tell time. We've learned about area, we've learned about perimeter. So that is all you have to tell me. So basically, if you were in class, I would ask you, what do you know, right? And remember, I used to have you come to the board. Sometimes you did questions for me. So basically, now because we cannot be in the classroom, because you cannot come to the blackboard to do these questions, so therefore I had to send home these worksheets. Okay, now let's look at the first page. Now the first page is, all you have to do is you have to match the clock to the right time, okay? So here's the time and here are the clocks. There are 6 clocks. All you have to do is read the time and then you're going to match it to these numbers. Remember, there's the hour hand. Hour hand is the small one, it's a smaller hand, and it tells us what hour it is, right? And the minute hand, which is the longer one, that is when you use your 5 times table and you tell us what minute, how many minutes have passed, or what are the minutes, or what is the clock saying, right? So you have to pay attention to your shorthand, which is the hour hand, and longhand, which is the minute hand, and use your 5 times table. For example, if the longhand is on 4, you will say 5 times 4 gives me 20. So the clock might be saying 2 hours and 20 minutes, right? So pay attention to your shorthand, your hour hand, which is the short one, your long hand, which is the minute hand. Then at the bottom, you have to tell what time it is. So you're going to tell me the hour, you're going to tell me the minute, remember? So this is how we write it. So if the clock says 8:20, you will write 8:20, right? So you'll write the hour, so the hour comes first, then there's 2 dots, and then your minutes. So that's what you have to do for the second question. Now, I don't want you to get your mom or your dad's help, okay? It doesn't matter if you get it correct or not. It doesn't matter if you think you got it correct or not. It's just for Miss David to see how much you know, okay? And let's say if you get it wrong, that's not the end of the world, okay? So that just means that when you come back in September, I will know, oh, so-and-so needs help with this. That's all we need to know for this one, okay? But imagine if you get help from a mom or a dad, would that be you? That wouldn't be you, and that wouldn't know, that wouldn't tell me that you need help with something, right? So try to be absolutely very honest with yourself and do these to the best of your abilities. Even if you mess up, that's not the end of the world, okay? That's just for Miss David to see what you need help with. So do this page, match, and then just tell the time, okay? That's all I need to see on this page. And you're doing this one, all 3 pages on Monday. Now for the second page, so remember we've been talking about area and perimeter? Now for this page, remember I told you, area is basically how much space something is taking, right? For example, if there's 4 squares, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my area, right? Area is length times width. But for this one, they're asking us, how many square units do you have? As in, how many squares are these? Okay, so how many squares are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What would you write here? 9. That's all. Now, all you have to watch out for on this page is when you see these half squares. Remember we did these questions? half squares, how would you count them? So this and this combined, this half and this half combined, would give you 1 square. So that's all you have to watch for this one when you're counting your squares. You can count the whole squares first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 whole squares. Then look at your halves. 1, 2. That would give you 1 square. 1, 2. That would give you another square. So just remember, when you're counting the squares, remember to count the half squares not as 1, but as half. 2 halves will make 1 square. So that's all you have to do for this page. Count your squares properly. That's going to give you your area, as in how much space is each figure taking. Okay. Then for the last page, we have been talking about perimeter. What is perimeter? That's basically if you circle something and what is the total of that space. So if you circle entire room, that would be perimeter. Okay. Now, do you see all these numbers? Perimeter is basically adding all of our numbers. So go through these. All for this page, you need to watch out for adding all of the numbers. So for example, if you add this number, this number, this number, this number, and forget to add these two, is that going to give you the correct answer? No, it won't. So that means for the third page, you're adding all of these numbers. So add all of these up, add all of these up, add all of these up, add all of these up. You can stack it, you can use your counters if you have any, you can draw lines to remind you, or you can check it off. For example, if you've added these two numbers, check them off or circle them so you know, oh, I already added this number, I don't need to worry about it. Okay, so once you're done adding these numbers, then write the answer in this blank. Once you're done adding these numbers, write the answer over here. Once you're done adding all these numbers, write the answer over here. Once you're done adding all these numbers, write the answer over here. Okay, so that's all you have to do for this page, because perimeter is quite fun and easy. So we are adding our numbers over on for our last page. We are counting our squares and figuring out how are we going to count the half squares. And for our first page, we are matching the time and we're telling what time it is. That's all you have to do for Monday. And I wish you all the very best. And I honestly believe in each one of you. You can do this. Okay? Be honest with your assessment so that Miss David will know what you need help with. Okay? Good luck.